at Infinity of Las Vegas.
You're watching 8 News Now at 6.
A new scandal is brewing over a cover-up with University of Nevada, Reno Medical School. As the I-Team first reported, a confidential audit of the UNR medical school clinics, which operated for years in southern Nevada, uncovered widespread billing errors and serious lack of oversight.
But there may be darker secrets that have yet to be uncovered. The I-Team's George KNAPP is here with his exclusive story tonight. George?
Now, one of Nevada's biggest law firms is going after UNR's med school. Here's why. Back in 2016, an audit looked into the UNR med school operating here, in part because of allegations about billing errors and outright fraud. But there was also a separate investigation which has never been made public. In response to our I-Team stories, the firm of Lewis and Roca is going to court to get it.
Was that audit public information, or is it confidential?
I don't know. I believe it's confidential.
Earlier this year, UNLV Med School Dean Dr. Barbara Atkinson said she could not comment about a confidential audit conducted in 2016. But since then, the I-Team obtained a copy of the audit. Auditors found blatant billing problems across the board. Many or most of doctors in the UNR operation committed critical billing errors 50 to 90% of the time, including overbilling of Medicare, Medicaid, and private insurance. Internal emails show that Atkinson and others at UNLV pushed for the audit, in part because they had received reports of more serious fraudulent billing. They later urged UNR to disclose the results. A September 2016 email from Atkinson to several university officials mentioned the most serious compliance issue centered on someone identified as Dr. K. Atkinson wrote that this doctor would not be hired by UNLV and that his behavior should be reported to the medical board and the federal government. UNR Med School Dean Tom Schwank responded, confirmed the seriousness of the allegations, then said another independent investigation was being conducted. He added that Atkinson didn't need to know any more than that. Dr. K turns out to be Dr. Kayvon Kiabani, a hand surgeon who earned more than $1 million from UNR in 2015. When some of his fellow doctors alleged that Kiabani was charging for procedures that were never performed and for equipment that was never used, the reports were ignored. The whistleblowers were threatened. One day after Kiabani learned he was being fired, he died in a collision with a bus. In March of this year, a jury awarded his family $19 million for a wrongful death caused by the bus company. But the jury never heard that Kiabani had been fired or that he was under investigation. Since the I-Team story first aired, a law firm for the bus company filed a series of motions to reconsider the jury award. They want access to all of the UNR records, including the investigations that were never made public. Every motion filed so far has been immediately sealed at the request of the other side. None of the parties is allowed to comment yet. In addition to this legal action to force the release of UNR's records, federal authorities are also asking to see the audit. The compliance officers whose job it was to make sure UNR's doctors did not overcharge for services still have their jobs, though. One of them is a chief compliance officer for UNR's med school. The other was promoted and now oversees both UNLV and UNR's schools of medicine. We have additional information, all this list of motions that have been filed and sealed on the website, and hopefully someday they'll be opened up and we can see what's in them.
Very interesting turn of events.
Yep.
Yeah. All right.